Hey y'all, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new, you're gonna love it here, and if you're returning, what's up? For this video, I will be doing yet again another deep side part quick weave tutorial. So if you would like to see the steps that I did to achieve this look, just keep on watching. The hair that I will be using for this video is from Curlsqueen. They sent over a silk baggie along with a bonnet, a detangling brush with their logo on it, and last but not least, the bundles. These are the 22-inch Light Yaki bundles. They have upgraded their bundles to 150 grams, 5.3 ounces per bundle. 2 bundles are equivalent to 3 or 4 bundles. So basically, you don't need to purchase as many bundles because these are much more fuller and thicker than the average bundle. Alright, so let's get started. So I'm going to take off my bonnet, and this is my braid down for the quick weave. The 2 braids that are braided towards the front are sectioned off from my leave out, and the rest is braided going straight back. Lately, I've been trying to work on getting my braids as thin as possible so that the foundation for the quick weave can be nice and flat. Like always, I'm going to go in with some hair oil to moisturize my scalp. Here I am applying the oil in between each braid. Now I'm going to rub the oil in. I will be using a black wig cap that I got from the beauty supply store. Here I am putting that on, making sure to leave my leave out braids out. And I've also decided to put the cap behind my edges to make it easier for me when I'm doing the mold down. I personally do not like to mold the cap down on my edges or my baby hairs. Sometimes I may use an eyeliner brush or some concealer to outline my leave out, and I will demonstrate why this is done in just a second. So I'm going to go in with my Got To Be spray, and I'm going to go in section by section and spray around the outline. I personally like to work in sections to make sure that everything is evenly coated before going in with the blow dryer to dry everything down. I have now moved on to the back, and since I can't really see back there, I like to put my hand on top of my leave out, which helps me determine where not to spray past. I am now on my last and final section. When doing this, I recommend you use a good amount of spray. Maybe do at least 2 to 3 coats. Completely dry it down with a blow dryer or sit under the dryer. You will know when it's done when the cap feels stiff, crunchy, and firm. The cap is now ready to be cut, so I'm going to use my thumb to separate the cap and my hair, and I'm going to cut on top of my thumb. Doing this makes it less likely for me to accidentally cut my hair. When doing this, I like to take my time and make sure that I'm not leaving any excess cap. Now that the cap has been cut, this is what it is giving. Moving on to the first bundle, I'm going to start off by measuring out the track. Once I figure out the placement, I then cut the track. Then I'm going to use this glue that I got from the beauty supply store, apply that to the track. Then lay the track down where I measured it off at. Once I lay the track down, I then apply pressure and then repeat the exact same process. Measure out the track, figure out the placement. I then cut the track, add glue to the track, then lay the track down. It isn't super duper noticeable here in the back, but I personally like to lay my tracks down in more of a U shape versus applying the track straight across from one end to the next. I personally feel like it makes a difference on how and where the hair will fall based on how the track is applied. After laying down a few tracks, I like to go in with my blow dryer just to dry the glue down and make sure that those tracks are nice and secure. Now that I've made it to the middle of my head, I've switched over to the side view so that you can see how I am applying the tracks on the left side of my head. The process has not changed. I'm still applying the tracks in that U shape, measuring out the tracks, figuring out the placement, then cutting the tracks, adding glue to the track, then laying the track down. Once again, after every few tracks, I like to go in with the blow dryer to dry the glue down. Also, as I'm applying the tracks, I like to go in and straighten the hair. Killing two birds with one stone so that I won't have to straighten my entire head once I'm completely done. I am now moving on to the second bundle, and I'm going to continue the exact same process. Here I am laying the last and final track on the left side. Now, the way you apply your tracks at the top of your head, kind of in that bang area, is very important. You will lay the track going straight back like so if you want the hair to fall over onto the side of your face. But if you want the hair to be more in your face and fall like a bang, you will apply the track going around your head, starting off from the back and then bringing it around to the front. So as you can see, I'm applying the track going around my head so the hair can kind of fall in my face. I've been trying to work on giving you all different angles of how and what I'm doing, just so that you all can get a better understanding of what I'm trying to explain. I'm going to continue to try to apply the tracks in the U shape until there is no more space for me to do so. Since the area at the top of my head is much smaller, the last few tracks will be applied just straight across. With that being said, here I am laying my last and final track down. I'm now going to take down my leave out braids, then begin to straighten everything out. Starting off with my edges, I'm going to go in with my skinny flat iron to get everything nice and straightened. Now that I've made it to my leave out, I'm going to work in sections, starting off with my skinny flat iron, then going in with my regular size flat iron. Although I'm not using heat protectant, I should be using it. I'm going to continue to flat iron my leave out until everything is all complete. Finally, moving on to my favorite part, the baby hairs. I'm going to go in with my skinny flat iron and curl my edges. Doing this makes it easier for when it is time to swoop them. Before applying any product, I like to go in with my edge brush and swoop my edges. I like to figure out exactly where and how I want them, because once the product is added, whether it's edge control or hairspray, it becomes harder to manipulate the hair and move it around how you want to. I will be using the pink Style Factor Edge Booster Edge Control, and I'm going to apply a little bit of that to my edges. Then use my edge brush to swoop the product in place. Lately, I've been using my curling iron as if it was a hot comb to flatten my hair out. Unfortunately, my hot comb doesn't get as hot as it should, so I use this instead. I'm using my wax stick to help the leave out blend in with the hair, and following it up by brushing it with my soft brush, adding Got To Be spray to the brush, and then brushing that in. Then going in with my blow dryer to dry everything down. This is kind of like molding my hair down in a way, but of course not using as much product because you don't want your leave out to be weighed down and stiff. Since I've been doing this, I've seen a big difference. It gives my hair a nice flat seamless look. Also, it helps with keeping everything in place. Before I show you all the final look one last time, I would like to thank you all for watching. Don't forget to shop Curlsqueen. I highly recommend the Light Yaki bundles. This texture has a much better blend. So the details on these bundles will be in my description box down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, that's it. That's all. I'm going to see y'all in my next video. Bye, y'all.